Hello everyone, Railgan here. Today I want to talk to you guys about Stormgate and not StarCraft 2. I've been playing this game quite a bit and a new map just hit the ladder pool that is called Secluded Grave. I want to talk to you guys about the build that I'm going for, where I immediately pull off 2 workers to build the building to pump the brutes out of. Another worker goes up here to cut down the trees while a 3rd worker builds a building to build guns. While at home I'm simply rallying new workers to the gold mine, or the luminite mine I think it's called. This worker here is cutting down the trees. We're going to see what that is for in a little bit. This game that I'm playing right here is versus Baka at the top right, a top 10 ranked player in the game at the moment. It's an Infernal mirror match. The strategy showcased versus both Infernal and Vanguard. It's not going to be super hyper aggressive, but a little bit more laid back, but I hope you're going to enjoy it. My opponent is going for a fast expand on his side of the map. In this game you get a lot of resources by clearing the camps. Each of these gives you 25 luminite, which means they pay off very quickly. Home, after I had 9 workers on the mine, I put 1 worker on the ore. That one is carrying the ore home right now, and then I also built a supply building. The first 2 units are already out on the map, and my opponent on the other side of the map, I'm just about to scout the expansion. Here it's important, these units hurt a lot. There's no real easy way to have only 1 attack my brute, at least I didn't find that out yet. So instead I have to kite a little bit back and forward, let the dot do its thing so I can slowly whittle them down. My worker scouted everything, so he's returning back home. Replay interface sadly is not that well worked out. We just have to deal with the hand that we have been dealt here. But the enemies are slowly dying. If I kill a unit that it has been hit by a gaunt axe, it spawns a little fiend, which is what I'm going for, where I can now use the pumped out fiends to clear the camps even quicker. Also taking my own expansion. I know my opponent expanded, so I do not need to build turrets in my main or anything like that because I'm scared of a counter. Simply clearing more and more camps. The 2nd speed camp is about to be cleared here. I only built 2 units so far. All the other units are what has been spawned from my fiends. Clearing even the last couple trees down here. I'm just clearing all the camps. I've been getting a lot of resources. Also going to take my 3rd base now because I have that many resources. Could have taken it even faster. If you look on his side of the map, he already has workers mining at his natural, which I don't have. So he definitely has a worker lead right now. He's also clearing his own speed camp, while I already cleared 2 camps. This camp right here is giving me some free extra gas that I'm gonna need a lot of as well. I call it gas, technically it's called ore or termite something, I think. Not really well versed with the names yet. But I'm just clearing everything that I can find on the map. And my opponent is now already taking his 3rd base as well. Mine is already building as well, so we are on equal footing in that regard. I took the vision camps. So my opponent is playing a very defensive game, and not every opponent that you're going to play against is going to play a defensive game. Most will be very aggressive. That means you will have to defend at home, or you can also attack into them. If he goes for a wall off like this, and especially with a very early turret, it's very hard for me to attack into him. So instead I choose to play the defensive game. Here we have a little skirmish in the middle of the game. Nothing too bad happens here. I try to get on top of his gaunts, but I can't quite do it. If I start losing my gaunts, the game can turn bad very quickly. Might have been able to push and even clear my gaunts there had he really tried. Overall, it's an okay-ish trade, and while I have my 3 bases set up now, I need to start thinking about teching up. I need to tech up, and I want to go for a gaunt drop. Gaunt drops, very strong. They deal a lot of damage, especially in camps like these where I can just kill a couple workers, or even here. It is very hard to deal with. To get the gaunt drop really going, I need... It's gonna come somewhere from here very soon. think so at least. There we go. There's my dropping machine. For that I needed to get a tier 2 tech upgrade in my main base. You can tell that the main base building looks slightly different. So the Gaunt lands, the flying dropship unit lands, my gaunts get picked up as well as that little guy, and then I go for a drop. I have complete control over the vision camps right now, just as I say that he is going to clear it though. So that's something I have to deal with. He is taking his 4th base next to the ore. I took my 3rd base here so I can get both the mine and the ore. The base is a little bit more exposed, which is also why I'm going for a very fast turret. At home, building turrets at all the bases. Don't have it yet in my main base because I'm afraid of the drops, that's why I built them. And on his side of the map, I spot his 3rd base and immediately built my proxy turret. I use the top power bar of the Infernals to go for that, and I start clearing the camps. These camps are all spawned now. Nothing too much is going on. I'm just trying to focus down the workers. Any worker that I kill here spawns the fiends again, so it's like a chain reaction where I killed a couple workers and then it just more and more kept dying, and now I get to clear the base with all the fiends. I have very nice DPS, and I'm just going to retreat now. I killed a base. I'm up a base right now, and the game is already very well into my hands. Still, not gonna stop harassing. I'm just building stuff. The next step is going to be the Magmadons. He already has them out right here. They are very annoying to deal with. They deal a lot of AoE damage but can be kited quite easily. So that is how I plan to deal with the Magmadons. Lost a lot of my gaunts in the main base, that's okay though. He's still struggling to defend at the natural. The other side of the map, I'm just pumping out units. I'm very focused on the attack, so there's a lot more that I could get done right now. I could be clearing camps to get resources. I could be positioning my army, could take the vision camp, could harass him at his natural. But I'm mostly just focusing on the gaunts to do as much damage with them as I can while keeping up with my macro at home, and that is already enough attention that I need to pay. Right now I'm teching up to the Magmadons that he already has, the dogs that shake their butt and stun my units. Loading up yet another drop. Other units are going to clear the vision camp, while my drop is already being rallied into his main base to deal even more damage to him. His camps are, I'm not really paying attention to them. He's actually taking that base. I never noticed all game long, but the game also won't last too long for that, as that base could start paying off. He's also thinking about taking that base, but I'm feeling very good about my 3 bases that I have mining. Another gaunt drop in the main base, taking down the turret in a very strong position here. It's hard for him to reclaim the high ground. My other army is pushing into the natural right now. He does not want to start losing workers. If he does, it kind of starts a chain reaction once again. Main base, the workers are not mining anymore. Spawned a turret there as well to take out his turrets and stop him from mining. Trying to kite the Magmadons as best as I can, but my units eventually get stuck. Still doing fairly well against those, and in the main base is picking apart my gaunts, the turret that he just spawned, but he is losing his natural right now. Magmadons are dying to my broods, and the mining on this base is still being disrupted by the turret that he could not clear just yet. I'm already sending my next army over here to clear more of his units, somewhere caught in the middle of the map as well. That base isn't mining, that base isn't started. Turret has been randomly placed there. I don't quite remember why I did that, but hey, I was better to have a turret than to not have one. Main base is being cleared now. Kiting the Magmadon, that is what I mean. They're very slow. Well, they're about as fast as other units. But you can kite them while they do the AoE, and once the AoE is over, they're not that dangerous anymore. They can kill my Gaunts, but my Gaunts will eventually clear him up as well. He doesn't really want to trade one Gaunt or one Magmadon for a Gaunt. You want to hit as many Gaunts as possible. He lost his third base. The fourth base isn't mining. Main base, he doesn't really have any more ore income. Workers are out on the map. Not really sure what happened to those. But well, maybe he rallied them to that base. Yeah, I did. They just kind of took a weird path. Even brought the siege unit in here. My Magmadons are actually hitting his Gaunts. And pretty much it. He will leave the game here in a second, but this is kind of how I play the game. So I clear the map, clear the camps around the edges, take an expansion. If my opponent expands, play very greedy. If he attacks, I need to get turrets up as well. Maybe not even take an expansion, but just start straight turreting in my main base. Try to get 3 bases up and going. And then Magmadons, Gaunts, Gaunt drops. Drops are very good. Turrets at home to defend against drops. He did not really play too aggressive, so I didn't invest a lot into turret defense either. But I hope this was a nice little overview for you guys. You enjoyed it. And I might make more Stormgate content in the future. Thank you for watching.